9 months ago, the particle accelerator went online exactly as planned. For 45 minutes, I had achieved my life's dream, and then there was an anomaly.
Imagine that dot is everything the human race has ever learned until this moment.
Does that include twerking?
That is everything we could learn from the particle accelerator.
Officials are now trying to shut down the particle accelerator. What's so important about this particle accelerator anyway?
Welcome to the Particle Accelerator podcast, the show that's missing a host. It fucking sucks, actually. Zach's not here, and we're doing the last 6 episodes of Constantine. I'm really excited to actually get into this, but before we get into this, we're going to actually bring something brand new to you. We are going to be talking about Rebirth comics as well. Me and John and maybe even Zach later on are going to be picking up Rebirth comics, and I've said that we should pick up at least 3 different issues and or 3 different things to talk about, and I will get into what I'm talking about or what I've chosen right away. And I think well, I just showed it to the people that are live, but for the people that are listening, I have picked up the Blue Beetle Rebirth series, which is, as of right now, only has 3 issues out, which are not including the actual the Rebirth number 1 title, which is technically the 0 if you want to get into it. I've also gotten Batman Beyond Rebirth, which is a really, really sweet title I'll start talking about here. And right now, where I'm only going to get into the 2 number 1s, the Batman Rebirth and the Rebirth Batman Beyond, or the Batman Beyond Rebirth and the Rebirth Batman Beyond. And I'll explain to you people who are new to comics what both of those mean and how Rebirth is doing it. But my third thing that I picked up was Nightwing, and I'm really excited to get into this Nightwing. These first 2 issues of Nightwing were really, really cool, and I'm definitely going to get into talking about them. John had picked up a Rebirth series as well, and I mean, if you haven't guessed already what John picked up, then wow. Well, I mean, you'll get it right away. As soon as he says the very first Rebirth he picked up, you'll be like, "Yep, John picked that one. I could see it." All right, John, what'd you pick?
I picked Green Lantern. No.
No.
Yeah, see? Just made you a liar. No, I picked up the Flash.
All right. Hell yeah, man.
No,
Well, the Flash. Did you ever pick up anything else too? Like
well, I have the Rebirth Flash, and then I have the CW comic books of the Flash. But the only reason I only picked up the Flash is because I dropped $60 on just 1 through 13, or 12. If we want to get into
It's
it.
not $60. They're only like $2.99 each.
Yeah, but I picked up a total of 12 of those comics and the
Oh, and you
CW
got the
book,
graphic
it's 20
novel, and the
bucks.
graphic novel, yeah. You got the whole graphic novel, which is pretty sweet. You're going to be able to actually read through the whole series and not have to collect them and figure out what the whole series of the Flash comic, of the CW was about. Is it exactly the same as season 1, or what
It
is
is
it,
not.
It's not, huh? Have
It's
you
like a
already
bunch of
touched
filler
on
shit.
it? Is it?
Yeah, I went to the first couple pages of it. I mean, it's pretty cool because it's not stuff that you remember happening in the show, but you can piece where it went in the show.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
super cool.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. All right, so then the Flash Rebirth. Did you you read the Okay, so we're going to talk about the Rebirth real quick. All right, so what you got here in Rebirth is you'll see that number 1, you'll see one that has, like, for say I have Nightwing here. All right, and then for number 1, you'll see that it says Nightwing. It has Nightwing at the top and then Rebirth at the bottom. that is technically your 0 issue. This is the issue that is going to like basically guide you into what actually is going to be going on. Whereas the issue number 1 will have a smaller Rebirth banner on the top and the big Nightwing or Flash, whatever you're reading, is going to be at the bottom, going into the art, like with the art. And that will tell you which one the actual number 1 is. And then when you get a number 2, it will also look like this, where Rebirth is at the top, and then the title of it is going to be mixed in with the actual comic. That was a confusing thing that happened, and it was explained to us, and we are able to actually explain it to other people now. So, well, since I have Nightwing in my hand, I'll start talking about Nightwing right away. And I got these really awesome bags that are resealable. Awesome. The best choice you'll ever make right there. Resealable bags is $1 more for the pack, and you get a resealable bag. You don't have to mess with that stupid tape or anything like that. But here we got Nightwing Rebirth number 1, and going through it, you got Dick Grayson, just, battling some bad guys, and he's talking about his, how he created his name, how he's the former Robin, which he's Dick Grayson. But older now, so he's now Nightwing. He's no longer Robin. And then he explains that while he's beating up some bad guys on the first page, and then he gets into the next few pages where he's hanging out with Damian, who is Batman's son, who is the new Robin. And he's just talking to him, and they talk about his ex-girlfriend Helena, and Helena Bertinelli, which is Huntress, and you'll see Helena Bertinelli in Arrowverse. Arrow season 1 actually is, you'll see Huntress in that, and she's pretty sweet and kick-ass. But yeah, this is such a great book because it actually goes through and it'll tell you, oh, excuse me, this beer is just making me burp. It'll go through and tell you all of this, his like origin, and then what's going on to kind of guide you from what was happening in New 52 or what was happening before in general, to what's going on now. And you'll meet some of Nightwing's friends in here, like or frenemies or whatever you want to call them. But he runs into a lot of people like the Midnighter and a bunch of other really cool people. And as you go through, you just learn that a bunch of really, really neat stuff about Nightwing, and then it gets into showing you the Parliament of Owls and the Court of Owls, and the Court of Owls turns into the Parliament of Owls, and they're trying to get Nightwing to come in and train their people and do stuff, like do different assassin things for them. And Nightwing ends up doing it when he gets in there. And as far as I've gotten into it, I've only read the first the Nightwing Rebirth and the Rebirth Nightwing issue. So I've only gotten to the point where he just started working with the Court of Owls, and he just at the end, he told him, at the end of the first issue, he's like, I'm doing this my way, whether you like it or not, and blah blah blah. And they're gonna try to force him to do whatever, or do like take out people and stuff like that. And he wants to take out people like Justice League, like the Batman does, and he doesn't. And they want him to just kill and shit. So we'll see how it goes from there. So far, I'm liking it. The art's pretty good. I'm not really getting all irritated by the art like some of these other books I'll usually do, but it's really good. Really good story. Really good so far. John, how do you want to explain that first couple of issues of the Flash? What's going on?
Oh God! All right, so pretty much.
Tell me about it. Explain me.
The same origin for Flash, except like it starts the 0 issue, so the one that has the Flash over Rebirth, starts with like he's on a crime scene, like adult Barry is on a crime scene where his parents got killed, like not his, but like another kid's parents got killed the same way. Like his mom was dead and they thought his dad did it.
Oh, okay.
And Barry's like, well, we can't rush this investigation because that's how my dad was locked up for 15 years, and then Flashpoint was created, and I had to go back and we had to fix all that. So I mean, let's not rush this. Let's take it right. So it already states that Flashpoint has happened and all this other shit happened in his life. Well,
a quick glance over of like a really good origin, quick glance over type deal, right?
Yeah, it just gives them a really quick origin, and it goes right into it. Like, because by the end of this comic, I believe it's during this comic, the old Wally West comes back. So the ginger Wally West
Yeah.
comes back, and so Wally West that Barry knows now, even in this comic, was Iris West's nephew,
Okay.
and he still
And he was the
exists.
black guy.
Yeah, he's the black Wally West, but he still exists in this universe. So the fact that this other Wally came back is like fucking with Barry's head, is because as soon as they met, they got a whole nother lifetime's worth of memories, just like in Flashpoint in the CW. But the interesting thing is, over the next couple of issues, you start running into things like Speed Force thunderstorms, I'd want to say,
Okay.
and it just creates like a grip of speedsters. Like, I mean, there's a good 100, 200 speedsters that Flash is either catching or training. It's ridiculous.
Wow, even
But
training him?
yeah, he's like training all of these because Wally West, the ginger, didn't stay. He went to go join the Teen Titans Rebirth, which I think I might pick that up now.
All right.
'Cause
Well, I mean,
that's
you got
pretty
two
legit.
other rebirths to start picking up, you know what I mean? To
Well,
do. You might
one
as
of
well
them's gonna
pick
be
some.
Green Lantern.
One of them's got to be Green Lantern, yeah, I bet. And then the other ones might be Teen Titans then, huh?
Yeah,
I know Zach was talking about wanting to do Doctor Fate because he got ever since Constantine he got really big into Doctor Fate and he was like, who are these magic people? And you know he's gotten really big into that. So yeah, I'm assuming he's gonna end up picking up Doctor Fate. And then when I talk to him about what's going on in Blue Beetle, he's definitely gonna want to pick up Doctor Fate.
dude, he's better pick up Doctor Fate because he picks up comic books worse. I bet you he's gonna pick up comic books worse. I don't even know how to state this. He's gonna pick up comic books less often than he picks up the Skype call.
Oh
There we
yeah,
go.
there you
Nailed
go.
it in the end.
Nailed it in the end there. Oh, you got any more to say any more you want to talk about on the Flash, or you want to just leave it at that for a while?
I'll say I'm actually 10 into it. It's only got, like I said, 12 out, but I'm caught up on the first 10.
Damn.
So I'll actually
some
probably be
reading.
writing some blog posts. I'll probably put about 2 or 3 comics worth of content into a blog post, and I'll post that to our website.
All right,
So,
hell yeah.
Viewers can
Keep
get
a
that there.
lookout on that one. That'll be the shit. All right, then I'll talk about this Batman Beyond. All right, so at the beginning, Batman Beyond, you find out he's like, I am Terry McGinnis. So he is Terry McGinnis. So we get Batman Beyond from our childhood, you know, the Batman Beyond show, and it's all that same origin, only this is later on, and you find out that he was brainwashed and everybody thought he was dead. And he comes back after a long period of time, and you find out that Bruce Wayne is dead, and his mom is dead, and him and his brother Matt are moving in together, and he's taken on the Batman mantle again, and Matt knows he's Batman, and Max is back, the black chick with the cool pink hair. She's back, and she knows he's Batman still, and the Jokers the gang of Jokers have taken over Gotham, and they're taking over a part of Gotham, or Neo Gotham as it's called now, and he's they're declaring it as Joker's Town, and he's, you know, like, I got to get this back. So, you know, he finds out that, like, there's a bunch of people in charge, and he talks about his ex-girlfriend Diana, which was his girlfriend during the show. So obviously they're broken up now. And then at the end of the Batman Beyond Rebirth issue, the very first one that you're supposed to read, Diana gets captured by some Jokers, and she finds out that the Jokers are taking orders from a bigger, higher person, and they hint at it being the real Joker, right? The real life, you know, the old original Joker. And then they show the Joker on a stretcher, or like on in a hospital bed with a bunch of shit hooked up to him and shit, and he's all like old and fucked up, and he's got like a stitch down his thing like he was dissected and shit, and you know, they're like saying they're taking orders from him. So in the next one, Terry gets on his bat suit after forever and goes out and he fights some jokers and tries to figure out where Diana is because he found out that she got captured, and he goes out and gets his ass kicked. And you also find, yeah, he does, because he hasn't been he hasn't been training for a while, and he actually says, he's like, I need to go fucking train, because he got his ass kicked. He got to get saved by Max and Matt, and they got into like a bat wing. They got in the bat wing, like the jet, and they went out and saved him. And so, he had to get his ass saved by them two, which I'm thinking Max and Matt might become the new Robin and Beyond, like a Batman Beyond Robin. We've never seen a Batman Beyond Robin yet. And maybe Max can become Batman Beyond Batgirl, or, Batwoman. And because we haven't seen any of that. We haven't seen any of that at all in Batman Beyond yet. We've only had Batman, and that was Terry McGinnis, and we got the Jokers, and we got all these other crazy stuff like the splicing gangs and all that shit. So I'm really interested to see. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what we get into when we get more into the Batman Beyond. But they're only on like 3 issues of that. And I also got the Blue Beetle, which always interests me as like a small second-rate character, or second-rate hero, or a B-list hero, if you will. And I thought he was really cool. Jaime Reyes and Ted Kord are working together, and Jaime Reyes does not want to be the Blue Beetle at all. And all through the Rebirth, or Blue Beetle Rebirth, the first one, he's just complaining, and Ted Kord's like, I'm going to help you be a hero. And he's like, I don't want you to be a hero. I just want you to get this stupid scarab off my back. And he's like, well, no, it's attached to you. It's your calling. And they go through that whole thing. So I wonder how long it's going to be before Jaime actually just is okay with being the Blue Beetle and, whatever. But at the end of at the end of the first issue, he's started having dreams of Dr. Fate, and all through the next issue he's explaining his dream to this girl, right? And saying that Dr. Fate was saying that at first he's like having this vision of him, Dr. Fate's battling the Blue Beetle, but the Blue Beetle's not him. He's watching them battle each other, right? Somewhere else, not on Earth. And then he has Dr. Fate coming to him and telling him, the Scarab is not future tech like you and Ted Kord think it is. It's old magic, and you have no idea what you're dabbling in, and blah blah blah. And so that's all going crazy right now, and I can't wait to keep reading on to what's going on next, man. It's gonna be nuts. Another one, actually, I accidentally read these two. I'm not gonna continue on reading this series at all. This is just, I had them, and I was like, fuck it, I'll read them. It's the Batman Rebirth, and the both of those, right? And can't tell you really what happened much in the Batman Rebirth, but in the actual #1 issue, he is talking with Gordon on building top, and a plane, or there's a bunch of missile or surface to air missiles missing, and they have to go figure out where they're at, and they find like 3 of them, but there's still one out there, or 2 of them, and there's still one out there, and they take out this plane, and Batman has to try to save this plane. It's just this like huge, intense book about how Batman's like trying to save this plane, and these people on the plane are like, we should have went to anywhere else. We went to Gotham. Anywhere else we had a Superman or a Green Lantern that would have saved us. Here, what do we got? Nothing. And then some little kid looks out the window, and it's Batman like on the fucking wing trying to fucking stabilize the plane and get it to land somewhere and shit. It's pretty neat. But then like he's like, oh, I want you to tell Damien and all these people take care, because he's like literally about to sacrifice his life basically to save his plane. And then all of a sudden this dude catches the plane and saves it, and he's like, I'm here to save the city. And Batman's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Gotham, and this is Gotham Girl. And I was like, what? And it's like a Superman, but in the same colors as Batman. Here, let's see. You see them? right there. Superman. That's Gotham and Gotham Girl. He's like a Superman and a Superwoman, but they're in the same colors as Batman, and they look a little mean. And I think they're going to be evil. And I'm kind of going to be regret not wanting to pick up the rest of these because I kind of want to know what's going to go on. But I already got Blue Beetle, Batman Beyond, and Nightwing. So maybe I'll pick up the Batmans eventually, but I'm not too interested in Batman right at this second, like Bruce Wayne Batman. So we'll see how that
Well, I mean,
goes.
I did want to point out with picking up comic books recently, one, their commercials or their ads.
Yeah, the
Commercials.
commercial
Their
ads.
ads.
They
Yeah,
are
they're
kind of
just
funny.
so much better than actually watching the show. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the CW shows, but like, in actually having a book in my hand to
Yeah.
read through, and like,
It's pretty
it feels
sweet.
nice.
It is. It is really, really
Plus,
nice.
much cheaper than the Marvel books too.
Oh my God, half the
So,
price, man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna pick any Marvel books up anymore. And they cover a lot of the like they got Star Wars, and Star Wars is like my love. All right, I love Star Wars, and yeah, they got and I stopped buying them. I was like, no, I can't pay $5 a book, man. That's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'll just get these 2.99 ones, and I'm straight. Like I can literally cut off Marvel, and I'll be a richer person.
right? But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I wish I would have picked up another Rebirth, but I'll probably
That's
finish these three and then finish that CW one before Wednesday.
Yeah, and then on Wednesday you'll
Uh,
probably find a second Rebirth to pick up with that one other one.
Yep. I'll probably start Green Lantern or Teen Titans.
Yeah,
Probably Teen Titans.
on Wednesday I'm gonna be going to go pick up my next Blue Beetle and Batman Beyond, I believe. So we could probably even go together. It'll be nice.
Alright.
All right, well
Zach's
let's
not
talk
invited
about
'cause he can't.
Constantine. Yeah, Zach's not invited because he fucking can't pick up his Skype call. Anyways, sorry. Zach's fired, by the way. All right, let's
I
talk
almost
about
forgot.
Constantine. We left off where we on episode 7, so we're gonna be starting, or we left off on episode 6, I guess. We're done with episode 6. We're gonna start on episode 7, and it's called "Blessed of the Damned." And this one was weird because I don't know, those crazy snake praying people. I don't know about all that. You what? No. Mm-mm. I'm sorry. That automatically qualifies you as creepy in my book. Like for real.
Right.
Um.
But it makes me think, what was their dad's legacy? Like, what if they're
Yeah.
doing that? Like, what came before that?
Well, she said something about the copperheads were not like poisonous. Use those. Maybe he was using those. I don't know. I was just like, wow, you're really, really creepy. But like
Yeah.
he got that feather when he died. You notice that? Okay, so he died. He died because the snake bit him. He died and then he came back to life and he was holding the feather in his hand and he fucking slipped it in his pocket. And like and that was from that angel, she met him at the gates and she made a deal with him and gave him the feather and he popped back alive and was able to, hold the feather and then that's how that whole thing happened. And that's how he was able
Right.
to speak the Enochian, the angels' language.
Yep.
He was doing that Enochian speak. And, yeah.
I don't.
What?
I don't feel like I could talk about any episode this in this series
Oh my
without
God.
bringing up the last episode.
No, you could
Like,
do
I
it.
just-
Bring it up. Bring it up. What? Okay,
how
so.
do you end? How do you just give me all this content in these first 13 episodes and then don't resolve half of it?
Oh my
Like,
God. I know. I know.
Ugh.
You got that off your chest. You needed to really get that off your chest, didn't you?
Because, yeah, this whole time I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, but when the angel gets the feather back, it
Mhm.
turns out it was like an already fallen angel.
Yeah,
and it was
she
just
was
trying to rise back
fallen
to
and-
heaven.
No, I don't think she was trying to rise back to heaven. She was just trying to, um, fuck around because she's already fallen. She's just like she wanted to get on the plane now, the earthly plane, and that's how she did it. I'm assuming.
Something. But either way, Constantine fucking tore out her heart, and he kept it in a box to do something later with it. And
Yeah.
we never get to see what that something is.
Right,
Like,
right. The concentrated evil. That is
just makes me so
crazy.
mad.
He sets it on the shelf. He sets it on the shelf, right?
And then
And
you don't see it for the
and
rest
then
of
you
the
don't
season.
see it, and you don't see it for the rest. Um, so the fallen angel. Let's get into that real quick. Manny had that talk with the fallen angel about like, uh, what's it like to feel pain? What's it like to feel the sun? And then they were like, then she was like, they started talking about. That's when I found out she was fallen. I was like, oh, she's evil. She's an evil bitch. And then I kind of thought she was really hot when she got black wings and all that. But, um, but the talk that Manny and her had, they sat there and just talked about things that angels should not be talking about, and then she was like, their privilege. She was talking about us humans and how we spoil our privilege, and we got free will, and all we do with it is do terrible shit with it, and blah blah blah. And like, what did you think? What was your thoughts?
Well, when they first started having that, so I already predicted that it was gonna be Manny to betray Constantine.
But he
But
hasn't.
when he started, but he hasn't yet. But when he started that conversation, that just leaned more towards like, all right, there's something wrong with this dude.
Yeah,
Like something's gonna happen.
that's so true.
I mean, I didn't see it for like the girl. I was like, okay, she's a fallen angel. That kind of gets rid of her, or that sums her up. But like the Manny thing is like what cemented me more towards him being an evil person.
I think they could have used more Fallen Angel. They could have brought more Fallen Angel into it and used it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but then we get into the whole thing with like Supernatural and Constantine pretty much being the same thing now.
Yeah.
Supernatural already did that shit, and it was like, they just need to cancel Supernatural and give us Constantine.
I could be okay with that for sure. For sure.
I'd watch it. But yeah,
What do you think about Zed's man friend?
oh,
You
the one that
didn't-
was like trying to catch her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to know because he calls her Mary.
Yeah, because that's her real name.
Yeah, it's her real name.
Mary
but, like,
Martin.
If you listened,
That's her real
If
name,
you
Mary Martin. What? Sorry?
yeah, I was gonna say if you listen to like what the guy was saying about like her dad being like the leader of some occult, that like she's the only way that they can bring in a new era or something like that. And the first thing that popped in my head was the Virgin Mary because her name's Mary, and I was like, oh, they're trying to make her give birth to Jesus. This is ridiculous.
The La Bruera? Isn't that the leader of the cult that he's part of? Or is that the cult that he's the leader of? The La Bruera, the people that's like the coming because of the rising darkness or whatever. You learned about them in the next episode, the Saint of Last Resort or whatever, where the
Yeah.
you find out about the Involce, that demon with no face that was about to attack Constantine right at the end, and yeah.
What was that?
What? What was what?
Wow. Sorry, I do not mean to interrupt you, and I did not mean to pause here. But breaking news, everybody! I've just received a message from our co-host Zach that says, "Shit, I've been waiting for a snap from someone." Now, the reason why he's fired so hard right now is because I messaged him on Facebook, Skype, and I think I texted him, but his phone doesn't work. But the point is, we tried to contact this fucker 3 times.
Yep. And we're already started.
Yeah, we're already. He's about to.
We're
He's
about
gonna
to be
catch these
halfway
hands.
done.
I don't even care if it's Christmas. I'm about to unbox some great gifts here, Zach.
Oh man. So, should we pause and bring him in?
Oh, he's gonna get endless shit if we do.
Yep. All right, we'll pause
Ooh.
and bring him in. Hold on,
All right.
guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, so we're back, and we have 3 again. We are 3. We finally got ourselves a hold of Zach and brought him back on since he missed our comic book talk, and he missed episode 7. We even just glazed through it. Without Zach, we were so lost. So we got back in. Let's get back into episode 8, the Saint of Last Resort, and this is the one where we run into where Anne Marie does her bilocation, and Zed is like, "Why is there this half-naked chick in my house? What the fuck is going on?" And we learn about the La Bruera, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right, and the Involce, that demon with no eyes, and what else did we get out of this episode, guys?
We also got the Sisters of Eve.
Oh yeah, the one that was the one of the Sisters of Eve that was stealing stealing the babies. It was what was that, Lamashtu? That's the Sister of Eve that was stealing the babies, Lamashtu.
Like a vampire, but
Yeah.
that's just another point, Tom, that they could have had more filler episodes or like more backstory on the Sisters of Eve and shit, but instead they cut it half a season. So
yeah, that does it really
more.
disappoints the fact that they fucking cut half a season, and like this was a brutal one with the fucking skin fruit. That skin fruit was fucked. Was it not? Tell me that skin fruit was not fucked.
I want
to poke a hole in it and everything,
and then it started raining blood.
Yep.
My question for that is though, like, I wasn't worried about the fruit. Like I was like, my first reaction wasn't, oh, that must hurt or that looks like gross. It was, what would that smell like?
Blood.
That's
I don't
not
know.
a bad. That's not a bad.
That's definitely a good first thing you want to know. What the hell would that smell like?
Right.
What's
the Laha, bro?
Like?
The Labraha. What is it again?
Laha, bro? I don't know how you pronounce it either.
Labraha?
It's a Spanish word for male witches.
Oh.
Fun fact. Laying some trivia on you.
Awesome.
Wait, male witches?
They're male witches. Yeah.
Apparently, every member of the I don't know how you want to say it. Laha Bre. They're all males.
The Brujeria?
Okay. La Brujeria.
Whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, that's how you say it. La Brujeria.
Oh, I thought he was talking about. See, that's where you got me confused because you said male witches, and I thought you were talking about Lamashtu, like the sister of Eve. I was like, that's not
Lamashtu is
male.
not a male. Yeah, Lamashtu was one of the sisters of Eve. La Brujeria is all the male witches that are like controlling the darkness or whatever.
They're the Dark Rising.
Yeah, they're helping with the Dark Rising at least. That's pretty much it. Then we go into it's part 2 of that episode where
well, I mean, at the very end of the first one is when he meets him and Anne shoots him and then he lets
Anne Marie shoots him and the Involce is coming at him. He doesn't let Pazuzu into him yet.
I thought that was
the beginning of the next episode.
It's at the very beginning of the next episode. He lets Pazuzu into his body.
Oh, does he just get shot in the first
Yeah,
one?
he just gets shot at the end. Anne Marie shoots him and takes off.
Okay.
And then at the beginning of this one, as that Involce is coming at him, he lets Pazuzu into his body.
Pazuzu is a Babylonian mythology.
No, it explained it in this. No, hold on, sorry. Before you say something, Pazuzu is an Assyrian god of famine, locusts, and storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally what I found.
It's an Assyrian god.
From what I was reading. Oh, it was telling me it was Babylonian, but he's the demon of the northern wind and famine.
That's what. So what? What's his name? Chaz. That's what Chaz said. Chaz himself said it in the episode. He let Pazuzu in his body, and he's an Assyrian god of famine, locusts, and storms.
Assyrian, though.
Because wasn't Pazuzu Lamashtu's husband in the episode previous to that?
I don't remember who Lamashtu's husband was in the previous episode. I can't remember at all. I didn't write anything down. I knew I should have fucking write that down too. But I don't want to say anything inaccurate at all. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to agree with you when I don't know. What? Okay, go.
God.
Sorry.
So the reason I say that is because when they were going down into the sewer in the first place, when he had that little like necklace he threw into the water,
Mm-hmm.
or like he dipped in the water, that was Pazuzu that he was summoning to like get rid of.
Oh my God! Yes, you're right. I bet
Yes.
I'm
Like,
pretty
that
sure.
was-
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Pazuzu
There is some
was
connection
Lamashtu's
there.
husband. Got it. Yeah.
Okay,
And that's
so
why he used it against her.
That's why he only had Pazuzu. Like he knew Pazuzu because he didn't want to get a demon that he didn't know the name of, because he wouldn't be able to self-exercise it.
Okay.
So he was like, "I have Pazuzu. Let's fucking do it."
And then he let Pazuzu
Uh,
into his fucking body. What, Zach?
So Pazuzu is the demon king of famine in both the Assyrian and Babylonian
Oh,
mythology.
wow.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No, no
confuse you
worries.
guys there, but I wasn't
No worries at
wrong,
all. You
but
weren't wrong, but
my
you
information was misplaced.
Assyrian
wrong,
and
you were just
Babylonian,
late.
huh? You
Yep,
weren't
yep.
wrong. You were just late. And then, okay, so well, let's see. Wow, we had actually a lot in this episode with, Pedro and the God, like he was possessed by Pazuzu in a fucking prison.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
are you
here's the thing.
serious?
Here's
The
the problem I
part
had
where,
with that.
go ahead.
Look, when those 3 guys walked in and like they were gonna jump him, they're
Mhm.
like, 5 of my homies are dead. You don't walk up to a guy that killed 5 of your homies unarmed and try and kill him. Like it's
Yeah,
what are
with
you dumb?
3 people.
Like they're really
No.
bad at math.
He's really bad
Hindsight,
math.
That is a bad plan.
And then he even told them, he's like, I'm harboring this thing that if you poke it, it'll do bad shit. And then all of a sudden, fucking blood splatters everywhere, and all those guys are dead.
Yep. They turned into bitches real quick too.
Yep,
They were trying
yep.
to run. They were screaming at the door.
We got to see
It's like
Anne Marie naked
Constantine.
too. I was sorry, I wanted to put
Ooh,
that
that
out there.
was
Yeah,
that was
that was
pretty
pretty
nice.
sweet. I liked that a lot. I really did.
I felt like when Constantine was being jumped, he was like a dad trying to get a kid not to stick a fork in a light socket. Like, don't do it. You're gonna hurt yourself. Ah, you done did it.
Well, gonna have a bad
Yep.
time.
Yep. And then let's see, they got him out because he was fucking overdosed on heroin. And then they took him back to the house, and then they had Anne Marie fucking cast him out, which took forever because she was like, I can't do it.
Yeah. The demon was trying to talk her out of it.
Yep. Oh,
Whole time he was like,
we didn't
You're weak.
get to the point where Zed threw that person into the fucking the
Yeah, we
room of no return.
That was the first episode that
So
we
that would have
talked
been the
about.
episode 7.
Oh
end of
yeah,
it,
I
towards
forgot
the
to I
end.
forgot to say that because like we get to the point where I wanted to talk about Zed's past and like ask you guys what you guys, since we didn't actually get an actual full information on it, what are your theories on it? And then I was like, oh, what about the chick that she threw into the crazy unforbidden unknown whatever?
They called her Mary. So,
Yeah, that's
like,
her real
half of it
name.
was like,
That's her real
was like, is
name,
she a
Mary.
Virgin Mary?
No, she's Mary. Fuck.
I
Zed.
just remember
Mary
Mary.
something. I already said her last name. Mary.
He did.
I can't remember.
You were
but
late,
yeah.
so you didn't hear it.
Yeah, and then you came in and fucked me all up.
Well.
I'm sorry.
But no, with Zed, I'm actually kind of upset when she threw that lady into like that endless abyss. You know that like spool of yarn that Constantine uses to find her
In
later?
the meditating room? Yeah.
Yeah, why didn't fucking Zed just like hand that to her as she threw her? That way, just in case they wanted to know where that led. Like-
Nah, I don't think. I mean, we didn't need all
Yeah.
that. And she wasn't thinking. She was thinking saving her life. You know what I'm saying? Not.
Right.
Research first.
Research first or whatever. But yeah. Okay. So what do you guys think about Zed's past? What fucking happened? What in the hell is going on in Zed's past?
Well, clearly, oh fuck me. Well, they knew about her psychic abilities, so like, like I'm not sure like what, but like somebody was clearly trying to use her, and like they abused her. What, they locked her into a room for most of her life, didn't let her have any kind of social interaction or anything like that growing up. But they like, her father wanted to use her gift for whatever purpose he had. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So
like, who's her father then too? You know?
her father wanted to.
What?
Her father wanted to like usher in a new era, and like, fuck. I don't want to ruin any of the last. I mean, we're gonna talk about it
Well, yeah,
anyway.
we'll talk about it anyway.
But,
But yeah, her father wanted to usher in a new era. That's why I think her father isn't her father the leader of the Labrera.
But
I
when
can
you
see
say,
that.
all right, you say that. Both of you just said that, right? Like her
Okay.
father is the leader of them, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the very end of this like mid-season finale, who did we find out was leader of them?
Manny, but that doesn't mean that like I'm sure the La Hubrera would still have like a leader of themselves, but then like Manny is just telling all of them what to do. You know what
Yeah,
I
like
mean?
Manny is like he keeps coming down and saying I got other people I talk to,
Right.
See, I will say I think that knowing that Manny is like the lead, they listen to him. I think he's like a general in that because I think this is all gonna loop back. Like if they were to revive the series, I have a feeling it would loop back to Lucifer and shit, and like
Fuck
the
of a place
deepest
to
sins
end
of
at.
hell and purgatory. But Manny would just be a general because
Yeah.
that
Is man
Liv's
so
dad.
so Manny's a fallen angel and shit then, right? You
Yeah,
would
so
think?
yeah, so like Zed's dad would be like trying to like bargain for her to not die or something, like he gave up her soul a long time ago or something like that, along the lines where like she has to birth Satan's child. That's where I think this would end up, but we'll never know. So maybe I'm
See,
just dumb.
I'm wondering if the rising darkness wasn't, God's will, because like he's very clearly an angel and not a fallen angel. And if he is a fallen angel, he's really good at disguising himself because he doesn't have the black wings. He still has the power over the light and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So like,
that's another
I-
thing though. He's also when he was turned into immortal by Constantine, he had sex before he got married. He fucking what was it? Took over Zed's body to kill that one dude.
That one chick,
fallen angel.
the fallen angel chick.
Yeah, the fallen angel. Like
Yep.
he killed another angel.
And he said there were going to be repercussions for his actions.
Yeah, so what if he is a fallen angel? But
What if he got
Lucifer's
cast out for that?
Yeah,
We'll
I
never
don't
know.
know. So yeah, we'll never know.
we'll never know.
We'll never know.
This such a shit spot to end that.
All right, let's talk
watched-
about episode 10 real quick. Let's get off the shit spot subject for one maybe two more seconds here, and we're gonna talk about quid pro quo, and we get Chaz's origin story in this. What did you guys go on and tell me what you thought?
Go ahead.
Have you ever seen it's got Megan Fox and some other girl in it. Jennifer's Body.
Jennifer's
Already
Body.
interested. Oh
Yeah, that's what his origin reminds me of. It's like Jennifer's Body, but with a spell.
I never saw it.
So pretty much a bunch of kids die in a bar,
Okay.
but Jennifer lives because like she's like a succubus demon thing that got
Does
created by the band or whatever.
Does she get all of the powers?
She turns into like a succubus
Oh, all right.
and like has to like kill kids to stay alive and shit.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, but anywho, point is like all these people died in a bar at the beginning of that to give her those powers and shit, and like she wasn't a virgin and blah blah blah. Had a lot to do with that. Well, you get Chaz's fucking origin, and he's got what was it, 32 lives left of
32
the 47 he started with.
Yeah, he started out with
31.
47. He's got like 31 now because he did the, or
Yeah, by the
31
end
or
of this
30.
episode.
I think he's got,
It's
31.
31.
No, it's 30 because he slit his throat to 31 and
32
then he
to
blew
31.
himself up for 30. So now he's only got 30
that's a good
lives
point.
left. Because
That's
he
a
blew
good point.
himself up to kill what's his name, Felix Faust.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Yeah, that weird. He
That
was
guy
a
was a
weird
real
dude,
dick.
wasn't he? He was a really
He was
weird
powerful
dude.
though. But
Yeah,
like,
he was.
I had actually
extraordinarily
seen this
big
episode
douche.
before on TV. Like I
Yeah?
had actually watched this specific episode. Had no idea what show it was for until like I got to the Felix Faust part, and I was like, wait,
I've seen this.
why does he? I was like, why does he look familiar? Have we seen him earlier in the season?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, there's no fucking way.
So you actually did see it, huh?
Yeah, this is one episode I've actually seen.
Nice. All right, so we get to see their friend Fennel for a split second. And
That's
you know,
about
they
it.
go in and they get some cool stuff from Fennel, and then they're like, "Hey, we need you to do this for us and talk to the dead." And then Felix Faust fucking bursts him into flames while he was talking to the dead. Well, I was just like, wow, another one of Constantine's friends just wrote off like that, huh?
I know it took
Like
him like
doing that.
5 minutes to get him in and out. They're
Yep.
like, we got a quota to fill here. We gotta kill off at least 3 more characters before we cancel this shit. Let's go. Like,
Exactly. Just like fucking fast too. It was just wow. And then yeah, I don't even I was just like, wow, I'm glad I didn't get attached to that guy. Like he could have been a cool character, but he got burst into flames. I mean, who can I mean, honestly, a guy that can like talk to fucking dead people and, you know, what the fuck?
I mean,
Man,
technically,
like, just
he wasn't talking to the dead, was he?
He was talking, well, not the
yeah,
dead.
they were dead.
Well, not dead. They were
No.
their souls were just out of their body and captured.
Yeah.
They were about to die.
Well, isn't that? What would you define somebody as dead? How would you define
Flatlined.
somebody
Their
dead?
body is dead.
Flatline. Okay, so I guess people aren't flatlined when their spirits have left their body. Shit,
Yeah.
the one guy left his body when he was completely alive still, so
Mhm.
that's a good point.
Then he threw a
That's fair
temper
enough.
tantrum to fucking remember for ages.
Yeah, he had a poopy diaper.
What, John? John, you have something on your mind. I know you do. What is it?
Yeah, this fucking show. The first thing I said to Tom when I walked into work today was Constantine's dumb, and there's no reason to end a show like that.
There isn't any reason in a show like that,
Like-
even if like, why would you eat? You don't end a season thinking you're gonna have a season 2. Just don't
They
ever do
they
that.
never
It's
ended
probably
a
on it.
season. They
didn't-
I think they ended
They
it
didn't end the
mid-season.
season.
Yeah, I think this was
Oh,
I think
that's
this was
true.
cut mid-season.
That's even bigger balls. Like
I know. I feel like because if you watch that last episode, this was definitely
You're-
cut
you're
mid-season. It feels like it.
such a
Manny flies away.
cliffhanger.
You don't get to figure out any of the. You want to skip right to episode 12?
No, we'll do this the
You-
right way.
All right, all right, all right. Like okay, so let's talk about Felix's powers. How he can steal souls, talk to people, and he's got the invisible
Was that,
spell. He's got the crazy
Felix?
invisible spell or whatever. Felix Faust, yeah.
That's because he's got like the rising darkness. Like he Constantine explained it. It's because like even old or fucking out of practice people are just getting this massive amount of power because
Because
of
the
what's
rising
coming.
darkness. All right. And we never
Yeah.
get to fucking figure out what the rising darkness is.
It's just the darkness rising.
Don't even get me started. I was so upset because I really started to enjoy the show, and then I was like, wow, they're just gonna shit on my hopes and dreams.
Even okay,
Yep.
so even in this next episode, episode 11, the whole wide world out there, we got what's his name, Richie. Richie's back, or you know, and then they went to Jacob Shaw's world and did the Egypt spell or whatever,
His
and
own reality or whatever.
yeah, we even got like Richie creating that awesome reality. Like they could have did Supernatural ever do anything like that, John?
I don't
Not
believe
that I
so.
remember.
See?
See, that's the thing. Supernatural didn't do so much. Like it started with like demon hunting and like trying to figure out what it was, and then it just turned into like a war for heaven and hell.
It fell
now
off
they're
after
like-
season 4.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure there's an episode of them where they like get pushed out of their like TV show onto like
Yeah.
alternate universe TV set of
Yep.
like actual filming of
Yep.
the fuck. It's dumb.
Oh wow.
Like I said, they had a pretty good story up until season 4, and then after that, I was just like, whatever. This isn't no longer
And it's
interesting.
still going
like,
on. Well, I mean, I guess if
tie,
what?
they
they
tie
tie?
all the loose knots for all the main characters. No, they finish all the main characters' stories, and like everything ends the way that everything that they had been setting up, and then they're just like, well, this is successful. We're making a lot of money. Let's just keep fucking doing it. I don't care if I have to fucking
you know-
bullshit the script.
Wow.
Constantine would actually tie up all its loose ends if you let it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, and it could have a good story too. But that's like it's now it's owned by a different company, so their CW. You see on the back of all your new issues of comics and stuff like that, that CW is putting they're still showing that Constantine is a thing, and it's under the CW banner now, and they're saying we're putting it out on Blu-ray. So like they're putting it out there. You can see it because like even on my newest book that I just picked up, that the newest Nightwing that I just got last Wednesday. I'll grab it real quick and I'll show you that it still has, let's see here, Nightwing number 11. This is the February 2017. I haven't even opened it with the shitty tape on the back from the actual fucking place, right? Because I advocate my resealables that I was talking about at the beginning of the show. I'm going to put this actually in a resealable as soon as I get done with it. It's a variant cover. Really sweet variant cover. Oh, Constantine's not on the back. There I go eat my words. But there's a really cool fold out in the middle of this. Oh, cool. Oh my god, this has got this. Look at this fold out in here. There's a fold out in this.
That's pretty sweet.
That is so sweet. All right, I'll get to. We'll talk about that on a later episode. Let's get back into Constantine here.
Well, I have actually, Tom, you reminded me. Out
What's
of all
up?
the rebirths I brought to work today, one of them has Constantine on the back of it.
All right, what does it say about Constantine on the back of your Rebirth comic?
Yeah, it is Flash 7. It says Constantine, Fantastic TV looks better on Blu-ray. Constantine now on Blu-ray and DVD.
Awesome.
And this 7 came out in October, so that was October 2016.
Awesome. So they're still
in 2015.
Yeah, so they're still pumping out saying that Constantine's a thing, and it's gonna maybe we'll get something on it sooner or later, something new, like even another cameo in Arrow.
See, that's just the thing I was about to say. They not only did they end or MB or WB end this in a weird place, but now CW has gone and added a little bit more mystery to it. You know what I mean? Because this guy just pops up, he helps him out for one episode, and then the next time they try to call him, he's in hell. He's literally in hell. Okay, well, how the fuck did you're just gonna leave that hanging there?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure they're gonna eventually. They're setting it up to segue for his own spinoff. They already have all the actors. They already have the base of the story. It would ideally be the best spinoff for them to start with. I know you guys are wanting your Green Lantern and shit. I really do want Green Lantern too, but I think Constantine would probably be one of the better spin-off choices for CW to do.
I agree, and since they're bringing in, since the WB is gonna do Justice League Dark next, as their movie, that's coming out in February, and we're gonna that Justice League Dark is like the magic side of Justice League with like Zatanna and Constantine and the Demon and the Dead Man and all that stuff like that, right?
The Swamp Thing.
Yeah, and the Swamp Thing and all that. So since I'm assuming if that has like a good receiving and like the Justice League Dark and all of them have a good receiving and in a movie like that, is another good sign that CW might actually reboot or do something with Constantine again.
I would love that. I really
So
would.
I would,
there's
because I
also
want to see
another,
Richie create his own universe again. Sorry. What?
there are some signs that let us know that CW wants to do a Constantine season 2. So like CW has like their hero shows right now and their horror shows. So for horror they have like iZombie, Supernatural, and that's really it. So, or they also have Vampire Diaries, but Vampire Diaries is on its last season. I think they said
That
wasn't
a bad series either. That was not too bad. Not gonna lie. Like I didn't watch all of it.
They're looking for something to replace it next year during the fall, and it would be a Friday show.
Constantine. Oh shit.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really
Now,
sweet.
what they're saying,
especially for a gory thing like Constantine should be at a Friday night. What? Go ahead, John. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. They're saying it was either going to be Constantine or iZombie, but iZombie's picking up in the spring. So,
Where were you seeing this?
Movie News Guide.
That's cool as fuck. Oh my god. I don't even
Oh
know.
man, we need.
What do you want to? I don't even want to talk about this anymore. The fact that Richie brings back the people from the dead and
Um,
Egypt powers and all those kids dying and the other world and
I don't feel pain here. Oh, you don't, huh? Well, let's test that. Breaks his knee.
oh yeah, that was the gnarly. Oh my God. Just like all of the
And then they
shit
couldn't
that
even.
happened.
They
Oh my
couldn't even
God, it was
fucking
so
save him
brutal.
either. At the
I know,
very
'cause
end,
they
they're just like,
well, if you
oh, they're
die,
still in here.
if you die in Jacob Shaw's world, you died in the real world. You can't really come back. That's why they tried to keep that one last
Yep.
chick alive.
They were trapped in that reality.
Yeah,
um,
but why? Okay, so why didn't Richie stay? If he can control it and shit, I thought he was really gonna stay when I first watched
he
it.
was
John talked
going
him out of
to.
it. John was like, "You're just fucking running from your problems. Is all you're doing. Don't be a coward." And he's like, "Well, fuck. I guess I'll come back." I don't know. I would have
He's got
stayed.
the more
Having your
powerful
own reality
mind.
at your disposal would be fucking cool, dude.
Here's the thing though, like he's fucking he had the power to do whatever the fuck he wanted, research whatever he
Exactly.
wanted, create whatever he wanted, and then John was just pretty much, don't be a pussy. He's like, oh, I guess.
Quit running from reality, you big old bitch. And he's like,
He does have
"Alright."
he did have a really powerful mind to do that, and then he actually started teaching and that like gave rebirth to fucking Richie too. You know, that episode, the second to last episode or third to last episode in the series, gave rebirth to fucking Richie.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Probably, if it had continued, we probably would have seen him again. Cause like, he seemed
that was
better.
the
Like,
second.
he
That was
just
the second
happier.
time we saw him in this season,
Yeah, he
and
was like way
he's
back. 'Cause
been
the
getting
first one
better
we saw
ever
him, he
since
was
then.
tripping. Yeah, he was on all sorts of medicine and shit
Oh
to like
yeah,
help him
uppers,
forget shit.
downers,
Yep.
sleepers, all this shit,
Hmm.
man.
Yes, sir.
All right, episode 12, Angels and the Minister of Angels and the Ministers of Grace. Holy crap! Why is it hard for me to talk?
Now you got
Well,
it.
it's
But
because
this,
you're not used to having that beer sit in this late.
Yeah,
When you have to do an extra half hour of shit.
yeah. Zach. All right, Zed has a tumor. Zed has a tumor, and
Yep.
that's causing all of her shit. What did you think?
I think all that shit's causing Zed's tumor.
All that shit's
Yeah,
causing
I'm not
Zed's
sure.
tumor. She doesn't even have a tumor. That guy was just lying.
Yeah, they even said they're like, we don't know for certain that it's a tumor. Like,
Yeah, I just want to
We
get
gotta-
in
we
your
gotta
head
run a
and
test.
cut something random out. I don't think a doctor
Yeah.
would say that realistically. Do you think a doctor would be
sure.
like, "Well, you know,
Ew.
we don't know what it is, but we want to go in there and find out." Like, no, that's my fucking brain.
Yeah, they would run multiple tests.
Yeah, I think they would do a
extensive
lot
tests.
more tests than that for sure.
Oh yeah. Say, that's
I
not
know,
just
but-
something that you.
But if they
Go
do
ahead.
more tests than that, then you don't get shows like House or
Yeah.
Scrubs. They have to mess up.
I don't
30
really
times
care about
first.
those shows.
Like-
Oh man, and then we get Manny. We already talked about Manny in human form, and he
Yep.
fucking he got his dick wet,
Yeah.
bro.
That was fucking funny.
That was pretty funny. He
Right
felt
now?
bad for it.
Oh, right now.
He felt bad for it. That's how I don't know if you guys why you think he's gonna be the bad one. He felt bad for it. He didn't know what the hell to do. He didn't want anything to do with that. That's all Constantine's fault.
Oh, he
Yeah.
didn't feel bad for it. He felt guilty. Didn't feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad. What's that smell? Oh God, I've seen death before, but what is that smell?
Yeah, that was pretty
this
good.
Is a funnier one for sure.
I don't know why I just remembered this. In the episode where they're trying to get into the prison to break out John, the way Chaz gets in,
Yeah.
he just like punches the guard. And he's
Oh, yeah.
smiling and bloody.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then he's like, I can't go back out that way. That's the guard I punched to get in here. And then we get to see we got to see her all. She was very sexy nun. I'm not even attracted to nuns, and I'm attracted to that one. Just saying.
She's one of those latecomer nuns. Like, she wasn't born into it. She like
Yeah.
after she
Crazy.
fucked something up, she went to it and tried to get on that bandwagon.
Yep.
Is there
Okay.
any other type of
So Well, they were fighting the Black Demon, or not the
The
Black Demon,
the
the
Black
Black Diamond.
the
Yeah.
what is it? The
It was
evil
the
of the Black Diamond or
heart.
something like that.
Yeah.
No, he had Black Diamond shards in his heart.
No, the original sorcerer that like instead of dying, he just left behind pretty much a compressed diamond of evil.
Yep,
That was like his heart.
Everywhere he
it
went.
got
And
and then it got shattered by angels, and then the flood dispersed it throughout the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, and then
but
all of a
And they
sudden
were
this
still,
guy,
like,
doctor
reforming.
got like shrapnel in his heart with the Black Diamond, and that's what
Here's
made
the
it
thing-
that he brought the evil there. What?
but the thing is with that, how do we know that Constantine has all of it? That's just another
He
element
doesn't.
that they brought
He doesn't
in.
have. He doesn't have all of it. They said he doesn't have all of it. There's still more of it, and the Black
Yeah.
Diamond seeks out more of its stuff. So yeah, there is
But-
way more shards of the Black Diamond out there, and yeah, that's just another element, second to last fucking episode of the season. Another element they brought in that they just didn't tie up. Makes me so angry.
Fucking-
Whoever started Constantine and ended it pisses me off so much. It's ridiculous.
They didn't end it though. You even said it yourself. It was mid-season.
It had to have been
That's fucked
mid-season.
up.
It really had
It
to have been
wasn't
just like
mid-season.
mid-season. It wasn't?
Like,
It wasn't even so. What they did is they like aired it from August to halfway through December, took a month break to halfway through January, and then finished it in February.
Really? Because I mean, we're on episode what?
13 for it.
No, I know, but I mean the other we're on
For our main stuff, we're on like episode 7, 8.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're not even
Oh.
fucking A. Okay.
Ap-
So they got past
apparently-
mid-season and then fucking did a few more and we're like, nope, we're done.
Apparently, the director of Constantine had released a script of the final 14 episodes of what they would have been if the series had continued.
Really? We're gonna have to get our
I need
hands
to-
on that
Yeah, that's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna
We're
start.
gonna have to get our hands on that shit. Alright, so Bad Doctor had Black Diamond in him and brought the evil death to there, and it was killing people, and they had to get rid of it. But and then at the end, Manny took the guy to heaven. Did you think so? How did Manny take
Oh,
the guy to
yeah.
heaven if he's a mean, evil angel, John?
See, that's what I'm saying. He still
Hmm?
controls the light. Like,
John, where's your fucking logic there? Come on, don't be
I
silent.
don't get to have logic there because I'm missing 14 fucking episodes. My logic just went out the window when I started watching this fucking show. Fucking dumb.
yeah, like.
Tom, I'm sitting here doing a podcast at 4:44 in the morning on Christmas Eve with an open bottle of vodka in my hand, and you're asking me for logic.
Shit, it is Christmas Eve, I guess.
What
It's
is
been
this shit?
Christmas Eve for 5 hours almost. Alright, so what Constantine does every morning, I need to do every morning, and fucking just imagine you two dead.
Just I don't think I could for 15 minutes imagining all of his loved ones dead.
First
What do
of
you
all,
do after
thank
that?
you, Tom.
Well, I let him.
First of all, thank you, Tom.
I love you too. Second of all, I don't think I could do that. I couldn't imagine everybody that I love just dead.
Why not?
Yep, they're all go. I would probably kill myself.
Nah, be quiet.
There's no way. Dad,
I'm
fucking
kidding. I love
quiet.
you guys.
wait till you're the last person on Earth, and then your glasses break and you can't read anything.
Oh, Family
No,
Guy.
stop
No,
there.
that's
I had
Futurama.
time
Is that
now.
Futurama or
No, that's
Family
fucking-
Guy?
That's
Twilight
Twilight
Zone.
Zone, dude. Yeah, so that's Twilight Zone.
Oh, I remember the Futurama Family Guy episode where the
Futurama
guys
and Family Guy
where
tried to
the
make
guy's
fun of it.
glasses break and then his eyes fell out and then his hands fell off and then his tongue fell out and yeah. I think that was Futurama. Welcome to the scary door.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Welcome to the scary door.
All right, let's go on to
Okay.
the last episode, guys. You can continue on bitching to your last episode, but you remember the redneck satanic episode I was telling you about?
God, that was like this is all right. I'm sorry. I loved this season, but this was the dumbest episode I had ever watched.
He's gonna
Yeah,
gonna need to get me a wife. We're gonna have a marriage
Oh,
tonight or whatever
You
he
want
was
to marry him?
saying.
Like, now, don't get me wrong. I understand like the
Whatever.
South has a lot of ties to like France and like the French and all that, but his accent mixed with the words he was trying to say in French, it just sounded like complete dog shit coming out of his mouth. I could not
Come on
understand a
now.
word this dude said.
I reckon we
Oh,
can
it
do
was-
this all night, John.
Oh
I
man,
reckon
he was-
omelette du fromage. Like, what is it?
Okay, so I was a little bit wrong on
A
the
little?
script about the last 14 episodes. It is not 14 more episode, is just episode 14. So there is a script for Constantine episode 14 as to what's going to happen. So I think maybe for the next podcast we should read that and talk about it, yeah?
We can, yeah.
If you can find it, we can go over it real quick.
I have it here. I can send it to you guys right now. Like
Awesome.
I'm reading it right now.
All right, stop
so-
reading it and let's talk the rest of this last
Yeah.
episode.
Before I
That's a
spill
thing.
all my fucking vodka.
Yeah, before he spills all his fucking vodka. All right, so we got Gary. Gary came back too. Gary came back and gave that message.
as
That
the
was pretty
corpse.
fucking cool. How are you gonna? Hey, and you do that shit on the last episode? Really? You're just gonna drop
Right.
Gary? Gary can all of a sudden come back into corpses and talk to it and give messages. That's like one of the
Like-
coolest things you can have, of a dead friend that gives you like, hey, you're wanted, John. By the way, there's a bounty on your head, and there are gonna be people coming after you.
That was like a staple thing in like the Hellblazer comic books too. Was
Yeah.
Gary would always come back through dead bodies, like he would take over and just like, hey John, you're about
Hey,
to get your shit fucked up.
Speaking of which, Zach, they are doing a new Hellblazer series.
For Rebirth.
Rebirth. Yep.
Really?
Yep. So you could grab Hellblazer
Interesting.
and Doctor Fate.
Is Dr. Fate on Rebirth too?
I think so.
I haven't looked into that one. Cool.
Yep.
I got
I'll
my
say-
So
pull
there you
list.
go.
Got
I'll say
my
I'm at
pull
it.
list.
My pull list is going from just Flash right now to Flash, Green Arrow, and or not Green Arrows, Green Lantern and Teen Titans. So
Ooh,
I
yeah.
got
Teen-
Blue Beetle. I got Blue Beetle, Batman Beyond, and fucking Nightwing. So
but yeah,
We're gonna
no,
be hitting
this so for one, the redneck,
creepy redneck.
Just
Yes.
just creepy redneck pissed me off from the start.
Yes.
Then you had the whole Papa Midnight trying
Doing
to
the
kill
voodoo
too.
zombie thing.
Like,
Craziness.
That poor guy though, like he's like, hey, I got a deal for you if you're willing to do it. And he's like, I'll do whatever it takes. He's like, all right, well, it just so happens it takes me killing you. So
Yeah, life
you're
for a
gonna
life.
die. Yeah.
but you know what
I was
that
like,
was,
damn,
right?
dude.
Because he killed his
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah,
killed
he
his
killed his
wife,
wife.
so-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he only wanted to
mean-
scare her, but he ended up killing her. Well,
Yeah,
in voodoo,
that's-
life for
no,
a
it's
life.
still like-
So
That's
I might
screwed
not
though
be
that
able
you
to show
found out
up
was
for that.
haunting.
I might not be able to show up for that voodoo ritual tomorrow. I punched my girlfriend in the face.
right though.
Oh.
Dude, like, and then John gets that shotgun too.
It's
and
the
then, hey,
Winchester. He
never s-
finally gets it,
yeah, the
and we
Winchester
never get
that
to see
never
him use it.
misses. Yeah, we never get to see it again. So fuck me.
John gets to use reanimation magic. That's the first time we
Mhm.
see him do that, and he reanimated and cast a
Stuck glamour
cast a
spell,
charm
yeah.
on it too. Yeah. Oh man, that was like really cool. We got to see so much
was-
really cool stuff like in this last episode that like
Well, see, now
There was
Papa
one thing-
John, or Papa John, Papa Midnight would be going to prison because of something that John did. So he's going to be breaking out of prison.
oh
to
yeah,
come
Papa
after
Midnight's
John,
gonna be able to
too,
get out of
so-
prison real easy. Are you
Oh
kidding
yeah,
me?
so easily. So like there was going to be something else there too,
Mhm.
but we'll never fucking see.
There was one thing that was just completely glanced over too, with the whole
What's that?
redneck, crazy bags. He has the brands of the devil,
Yeah,
like,
because
and
he's
we
a
have no
Satanist.
other- But that's the thing, we
Yeah.
have no idea what those do. He's just like, yeah, he has them.
Yeah, wow, there is just
Yeah,
so many
'cause that was
plot
used-
holes that we got left with.
Yep.
All in the last like 2
Motherfucker,
episodes.
why did
too.
they
It was
cancel
complete
this shit? It just pisses me off.
It really does.
And then Zed's new boyfriend is gonna die, and we don't know how the fuck they're gonna fix that.
That's
Fair
right,
enough.
because she had that vision of him dying, and then she ends up kissing him.
And then she tells him, she's
Right in
like,
front of
"You're
John,
gonna
too.
die." She's like, "You're gonna die," and he's like, "Well, we're gonna live life, to the max until that shit happens." And then they make out and shit. And then
Max
you got
Wager.
And then you got that last little conversation between Manny and Jon.
No, it wasn't
And
between Manny and Jon. It was
Yeah, they had a
between Manny
conversation.
and Midnight.
What?
Midnight stopped or Manny stopped the police car, got
Oh,
Midnight out
yep,
of the
and let
back seat,
Midnight
and was
out.
like,
Yep,
"Yeah,
Oh.
stop coming after Jon because I'm lifting that fucking
yep.
bounty." Well, why? Well, it's because they work for me because I'm a dumb bitch and I fucking hate plot thickness.
Right.
Wow. So like,
Huh.
do you? So but he lifted the thing on Jon, so Jon doesn't die. Like, what the fuck? Is he evil or is he good?
See, like I said, I
He's-
think
I don't think he's evil
God
or good. I
might be
think he has
having
his
a
own
hand.
agenda.
He has his own agenda. What if he is God?
He can't. He doesn't have free will.
What if he's
He
God?
knows it.
What if he is God? What if Manny is just God playing as an angel?
He's the voice of God.
What if he is God playing as an angel?
You know,
Kind
Tom,
of he is.
that might actually makes sense.
He just kind of watches from the sideline.
And
Doesn't
he
do
and he
shit.
and he and he and he takes angel form just to so he doesn't say he is God. He's like, I'm God. I'm the voice of God. I'm not actually
Yeah.
God, but he actually is God playing as an angel,
Yeah. That'd be quite the twist.
wouldn't it?
It would be.
Dude, this
Huh.
is gonna blow.
Knowing that we never get to see any of this ever again. Yeah.
No, we work in 5 hours and I'm been drinking vodka.
Nah, that's
I don't
fine.
even think about that, dude. Tomorrow's not even gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Between all of us there, it'll be chill.
More
All right.
vodka.
So since we just finished up the last episode of Constantine, and John's bright idea was to rate it all at the end. What do you, Zach, give this 13 episodes of Constantine as a rating in our rating? Hold on, and before you rate it, Zach, you're going to be the first one to rate it, but John, explain the rating system to our new listeners, please.
All right. So our rating system goes on a 3-point system of positive, negative, and neutral. It's just the 3 parts of an atom. You have protons for positive, neutrons for negative, and electron. Wait, one of us fucks this up.
One of us
Every
fucks
show.
it up
thing,
every
John.
single time.
This is your thing.
Yeah,
I know,
you
and that's the thing.
created
This is the first time I fuck this up, and one of us does it every show. I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm
Do
fired.
it, all right. Say it again.
I quit.
All right.
So
Fix
we
your
have a 3-point system. Proton positive, neutron neutral, electron negative.
A negative episode, or in this in this instance, series. What do you give it as a whole?
The series itself,
Yep, we're doing
I
the
give
whole
it,
thing.
a proton, but NBC, I give them an electron because they gave it a horrible showtime, and they canceled it in the middle of a really good spot. Because I was doing a little bit of research on that, and apparently when Constantine started, like when it premiered, they had really good numbers. But then they moved the showtime to, I think it was like late night on a Friday when most people are out drinking, partying, doing other social events, not watching TV in general.
Mhm.
It was just in general a low point for ratings. They decided to put this show on there, and then when it tanked, they're like, oh well, just cancel it. So the show itself really good. I like the characters, I like the story, Proton, but NBC, they get an electron.
All right, John. What's your rating?
I 100% agree with Zach, except I think NBC needs to be burned to the fucking ground. I've never seen a show on NBC that I liked. I think there was like Parks and Recreation, but I didn't watch that till it got on Netflix. So thanks, Netflix.
Right?
Constantine's definitely Proton though. Like I would love to see more. I'm hoping we see more in 2017 from CW. That would be boss. Like.
Yeah, I give Constantine a proton for sure. I own it. I have every single episode of it. I actually purchased it. I wanted to give my money to them and say, hey, I am going to support Constantine. I want more of this. So I actually purchased it. I'm going to go buy the Blu-ray as soon as I get the money too, so I can, support it a little bit more, but I purchased it like on Amazon Prime Music or movies or whatever, Amazon Video. So it's in my stream, but I actually want to own a physical copy of it, so I'll probably go end up getting the Blu-ray sometime later. But yeah, I give
Right?
this one a full-on proton, and I really really enjoy it, and I'll probably watch through these 13 episodes again sometime. I definitely have watched through them more times than once, so I really really like this series, man. And
Yeah.
I didn't want to like it because at first when I first got into Constantine, I got into Constantine from the movie that Keanu Reeves is in, and then
Mm.
I was like, oh no, I only believe Constantine is Keanu Reeves. No, no, no. And then I watched this show and I was like, nope, this dude's Constantine. Keanu Reeves fucking sucks at it. So, yeah, that's it, man. That's all I have for this week, and that's all we all have for this week. So if you guys want to find us, you can find us at the Particle Accelerator Podcast.com or the Particle Accelerator. Yeah, particleacceleratorpodcast.com, and then you can get links to our iTunes, our Google Play, and our YouTube there. We're also on Twitter. You can get links from our Twitter on our website as well. And we'll be back here on Friday again for talking about Vixen. We're going to get into the first 2 seasons of Vixen, which is a animated series on the CW app. And it's only got like 7-minute episodes, so we're going to power through the first 2 seasons of it, and we're going to come back to you with it and talk to you and give you a full-on rating on that one, or full-on Particle Accelerator podcast rating on that one next week on Friday. And John, you have anything else you
Next
want to say?
next week when we finally get the rating system right.
Next week
I
when
have a
we
feeling
get the
we're gonna be
rating
saying that a
system
lot.
right. Hell yeah. And anybody else got anything else to add?
No.
No? All right. Well then,
Uh,
until next communion, we'll see y'all later.